Guys, look! A birdie!
It's pretty! Let's catch it!
Hey, what's up guys? AsePlayer here, and welcome back to part 2 of every leak in Stick War 3 so far. You guys seem to really enjoy part 1, and if you haven't seen it yet, a link is in the description. But for everyone who's ready for the new leaks, let's just get into it. Just make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. You know how it is. Anyway, we head into our first leak here, and yes, it does seem like the Juggernaut's Day of Reckoning soon approaches. I assume Crazy J here is talking about level 12 of the first campaign. Juggernauts will probably appear, so that means they must get in at some point before campaign 1 releases. So Juggernaut may be one of the next few units coming in. From there, we pivot to a new skin that's going to also be making its way in a later Stick War Legacy update, but the Voltaic armor. As always, amazing art by Alan Art Monkey. We love that guy. Of course, we know that Stick War 3 will not be having skins do bonus damage, but I wonder if this is going to, like, ring true for single-player stuff, like the campaign. I wonder if some skins are going to be an exception to the rule, like maybe a boss or something, or just maybe it's okay to be more overpowered in single player. It remains to be seen, but for multiplayer, for sure, no pay to win. But what about the drip disparity? And it seems like we're gonna have kind of these music video type things every bunch of levels. They're gonna be like 2 minutes or so, and they're kind of like video comic stories. So it sounds really exciting, and definitely a lot of world building and story potential. Like, lots of things can happen in 2 minutes. Especially in comic form. But check it out, Undead Skins are confirmed for Stick War 3, and they will likely appear in the second campaign, not the first. So believe it or not, the Undead Skins are not the Order or Elemental's creation. Those bone things, that's evil, that's chaos, that's crazy. Now, all I'm really gathering from this leak, guys, is that Crazy J needs to hit me up on Discord so we can do a Q&A session, because I got a couple of questions to ask. And I think you guys would like to see that too, so hit me up, CJ. And now we pivot to 2v2 ranking and progression. As you guys can see, Crazy J is talking about all these cool new features making its way in, and eventually progression is going to cause you to have to unlock all these slots. You're not going to start out with all of them by yourself at level 0. That would be a little silly, because then where is the game? It's basically gone. So instead, we are going to have to earn our way to the best stuff in the game, probably. Now, this isn't pay to win, because you have to earn it, and that is important to note. Now, I know a lot of people aren't really sure how they feel about the progression system because, you know, it's the beta, you've been playing with everything the whole time. Not having access to almost all your stuff, it kind of feels like you're being robbed. But, I mean, if you think about it, you can't really test things in the beta if you don't have them unlocked, so it just kind of made sense that we had everything from the get-go. And I think having to earn all these things one by one will cause us to try out more strategies, whether we like it or not, and maybe we'll find some new combinations that we never would have tried, because we would have stuck with the tried and true classic ranked #1 decks or whatever. So having to try out something with a limited thing, for example, if you're typically a Toxic Totality gamer, well, you're level 26, you don't have access to Toxic Totality here, so you have to just pick a different strategy. But eventually you'll be able to pick a new one, so I think this will be pretty neat. I don't really know how it's going to work for, like, new additions to the game, if you already have, like, a maxed out progression, but I guess that remains to be seen. And there will be a limit on the XP farming stuff as well, so you can't just grind the entire game ASAP Rocky. But more importantly, these emojis that are in the game are temporary. We're actually going to get some cool new emojis at some point in development. They're not exactly the most pressing of matters when it's coming to the beta, but I can see a lot of cool Stick War themed emojis coming in our future, kind of like the ones we have in the Stick War Discord, most of them made by the talented Perpy. And I mean, I'm excited, you know, I want to be able to I don't know, threaten someone with a giant smacking a club against his hand emoji, you know? Or like a sword wrath going into rage or cool stuff like that. Kind of like Clash Royale type emotes, but cooler. From there, we pivot to Crazy J talking about the Magi Kill Guild being almost ready, Scorch not yet. So he's brewing up some magic shenanigans. I don't even know what this means, but he said it, that's for sure. Clans and guilds are on the way. That's true, but only after the first campaign. Now, I don't think anyone's really talked too much about what the clans and guilds actually entails. Like, we just keep saying clans and guilds, and like that means something. Like, oh, some sort of collaborative group of stick warriors. But like, what do you do in a clan or a guild? I assume it would be maybe fighting other clans and guilds, or maybe the clans or guilds need to compete in like PvE contests to try and kill as many enemy AIs as they can, or something like that. I don't really know what there can be to do, because in Stick Empires, I mean, clans were planned and stuff, but it never came out. So we had our own version on like Engine or like some other website or forum, and it was just kind of like tournament matches. So I don't really see that being what this clan and guild type thing in Stick War 3 is going to be. So it's going to be very interesting to see what the developers come up with. I have a couple ideas myself, but I'll save them for later, because we're waiting for a whole new campaign, guys. But anyway, check out Thera. She's looking pretty healthy. Anyway, here's a new bomber design, and they kind of look really cool and slightly less offensive. If you don't remember, if you never played Stick War 2, the bomber was a little midget boy who held 2 sticks of dynamite, and he just ran up and detonated on people. So now it kind of looks like they just have these malformed, like, nugget hands, and I guess they can't hold anything. Are these like oven mitt type things, or are they just these big ass arms? Like, can you grab with these big meteor hands of yours? And it seems like they got a little tail action going on too. It would be really cool if that tail was on fire and there's like smoke coming off the back or something, like a Charmander. But it looks interesting, and I can't wait to see the bombers in the game. Up next, you know it, you love it, it's Canadian anime. We're going to have comic captions, and they're going to be translated and then English voice acted audio to pair. You know, I think I could play a pretty good VA out. I have no anime experience, but everyone's got to start somewhere, right? And from there, we come to the realization that maybe Order isn't the good guys. Crazy J coming in with the hot take that, well, the idea is that to Chaos, Order are the bad guys, perspective. And, you know, all I can really say is this says a lot about society, and we gotta... I mean, did anyone think Order didn't commit, like, a war crime or 2 or 5,000? I mean, there's no way anyone is innocent in Immorta, except, like, maybe Medusa's daughter in her, like, youth. Spiros is the founder of the Speartons. If you don't remember, I believe I leaked the Spiros design last video, so you guys could check that out if you haven't already. But I can't believe this. The Spear Throw, gutted from Stick War 2, returning to Stick War 3 after debuting in Stick War Legacy. And it didn't used to be there either. It was added in retroactively after the fact. But maybe this will be Spiros' new ability. That's my theory here. His name is Spiros. Maybe he does the Spiros throw, and then he makes all the Speartons spear throw, and it's like, you know, it's a funny little thing. And, you know, yeah, we all know it. We all love it. It's puns. Here's a comic panel leak. I believe we heard this voice acted in the last leak, but, you know, I guess there's nothing wrong with giving, like, these young children bows and arrows and stuff. This is just, like, the culture, but it's kind of fucked up. Here's Zyphos looking drippy as a dippy. And some really spicy special Zyphos animations coming in from Crazy J. And there's definitely going to be probably a lot of drip going on for these special characters. I mean, the world building will be off the charts. These guys, if they can like display their personality and their actions just by, you know, taunting or like, you know, swishing their cape back or whatever, it's just really cool, because I don't know. It's never been done in a Stick War game before, so I guess anything that's new and cool, I'm just excited to see, because these are just neat little details that a lot of game devs overlook, and these ones certainly are not. Here's some Q-Chew Drip, looking pretty spicy, but we all knew that. And the Voltaic Spearton skin in action. Look at him run. I wonder what he is running from. Perhaps God. Well, looks like we're going to have our questions answered. It looks like the first campaign of Stick War 3 is going to explain a lot about what Order has done. And I am sure a lot of those are not good things. We will have a full 3-minute movie explaining it mid-campaign. This is actually going to be lit. And the story is going to show even before the Order Empire existed. The very humble start. And now I know what we're all thinking. Is this time for native lore? Are we going to get, like, tribes fighting each other and stuff before Order even pulled up? Because, like, that's an entire new aspect of Stick War we haven't really looked into. You know, we fought natives, like, once or twice. And I guess the Stick War Legacy factions, the, like, Borderland flame feeders and all that. But, like, this will be, like, actual potential tribe-on-tribe action. It'll be very cool to see. They don't really have that much tech in the humble start, so I wonder if the weapons are even more primitive or something like that. Very excited to find out. Here's General Rathnar running with this big-ass anime cloud sword, except it's lava, and he's one-handing it like a gangster, with, of course, a beautiful cape flowing in the wind. And he's got a really cool mask thing going on. I don't know if that's a mask or if he burnt half his face off. So I will reserve judgment for now, but this is probably one of the cooler looking generals we've seen so far. Xiphos is angry at Spiros, if you must know. As you can see here, they are giving themselves the stink eyes, and then everyone else is just like, come on guys, we're just trying to play Uno here. General Sicklebear makes an appearance in the leaks recently, looking quite spiffy, if I must say so myself. I think my favorite thing about this guy is how he's got the claws, he's got like the wolf skin head, and he's got like some blood markings on his face. It's pretty fucking cool. I won't lie. This is a neat skin. And if there are going to be more skins like this, or generals, I guess, got a lot to look forward to. I wonder if there'll ever be like full-on clothes, similar to that electric wizard from forever ago. Wait a minute, that isn't Crazy Jay. Guys, working on stuff to make it harder to spirit and run around and collect units to chase you. Good results so far, will be in next big update. Okay, now this is epic. It looks like Stick War 3's future is shining brighter than a lighter, and I'm looking forward to see how this AI change goes, because user control has kind of been making me become the Joker as of months ago. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you guys are excited for Stick War 3 as much as I am. Let me know what your favorite leak is in the comments below, and if I missed anything. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.